Good morning and welcome, Shauli. We are here in India. We are just at the end of the amazing Advanced No Ego retreat, and we've shared this last 10 days together, and I've seen huge changes in myself, in you, in all the delegates here. And I wanted to speak to you because I've known you for quite some years. You've done the practitioner program, I think, quite a few years ago, and you live in Israel, you work in Israel, you have a family there, you have 3 beautiful children, and you're also involved in a hospital. And you, last time I was in Israel, I saw that you opened a specific wing for people with heart problems, and you offer all kinds of nurturing methods for them, as well as the journey. And so I'm just asking you to share with us a little bit what journey work, how that is impacting the work that you do with people in your hospital.
First of all, I want to thank you and Janaki, Brendan, for bringing this work to this world, because I think it's transformation. It's healing. Everything is in this, you know. The journey is life. It's the life, the journey of the life.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And that's what I found out. Now, I've been managing hospitals for almost 25 years before I've started the journey. And it was all about taking care of people, their physical problems, you know. And as a manager of the hospital, it was all about, you know, is the hospital empty? Does it earn money? Is it doing okay? Financial wise, can it pay the salary? Mm-hmm. It's all this, you know?
Of course.
And after going through the journey, it's like I woke up. Mm. It's like I realized it's not beds and it's not mattresses. I have actual people lying in my hospital. They're real people. And those people, they have feelings, they have stories, they have traumas. Mm. And usually, you know, science shows us so strongly that when you hold the trauma for a long time inside your body, disease would show up. Mm. It's not comfortable. This is disease. And, you know, they show us in science that it's like up to 30%, even up to 60% people that have trauma stored inside their cells, they can get cancer, they can get heart attacks, and we know that.
Yeah, we absolutely
we know
that.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And the hospitals around the world and in Israel, they don't deal with that, you know.
Yeah.
And when I came from the journey, it wasn't about me anymore. And it wasn't about the hospital. It was about why did I start this place in the first place?
Yeah.
I wanted to help people, really support people. That's what it's all about. Mm. And really helping people is looking what brought them into this disease. What was it in their hearts, in their lungs, in their kidneys, wherever it was stored in their cells, that brought them into this. You know, life, I know Israel is a tough country, yeah? But not just Israel, I mean all around the world it's tough. And people are being born into this fear consciousness. They have to protect themselves. Yeah. There are wars, there are like problems at home, abuse, and a lot of things are happening, and people feel that, wow, I need to really protect myself. This world is not easy. Yeah? I have to protect myself, and they're storing all those emotions inside their body. That's what happened to me.
That's the problem with protection, because you kind of, I think we are made as like a cell is doing osmosis, you know, receiving and giving. I think our whole bodies, our whole beings are meant to function that way. And if you start protecting, you have a wall in front of you, it's a shutdown, and then everything bounces off, but nothing can get out, and we're shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
And then everything just kind of gets stored up on the inside, and that's the tendency for disease.
And the thing is, it's like there's so much pain stored inside, you know, and so much trauma and so much fear.
Yeah.
No, even, and I'm talking from my own direct experience, right? Yeah. As Janaki does. You know, I had stored in my body the wars, the Holocaust. My mom, she's a Holocaust survivor, and everything in my personal life that happened to me. And it's like you go in the world and you say, hey, I must protect myself, and there's so much fear and terror which is out there. And actually what it does, it can make you sick, but even much worse than that, for me, when you block all those emotions, you also block yourself from love. Yeah. You also block yourself from receiving love. Yeah. And you start believing this, you have this concept of this world which is a place that it's danger and it's all fear. And you can't be here. You can't see the beauty of life. And you can't see your father and mother and your wife and your kids. And you're like running around like a scared rabbit all over the world, but you're not really feeling life.
Yeah.
And for me, once I had this acceptance to let everything go through me, all this terror, all this fear, all those emotions, and then forgiveness came. And once it was all out, I suddenly started feeling the world, seeing the beauty, feeling the love in my heart, and saying, wow. And I saw so many people, you know, they're so beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody is loved. They're just scared. Like pussycats, we're all.
Yeah.
And you know, all the people that come to my clinic, when they come to me, the body had enough. The body just can't hold this anymore. It says enough, it's too much. It's too much pain. And the people that come to me, it's like really are traumatized from wars, from things that happen at home, and you know, abuse, whatever it was. But they're coming so traumatized, and they think, like I did, that this wall that they have is protecting them from the world, you know? And this is actually what kills them. And we start working with them, and slowly, with Journey, and also some energetic workout that we do, slowly they open their heart, and love comes, and it's amazing. And I love my job. It's for the first time I love my job, yes, so much. It's amazing to see them, and they get ill. I mean, they get better. Yeah. We have stories of people that came with very, very serious conditions, and they really ill themselves. I mean, it's actually people from the insurance companies and came to see. Yeah. Because there's like, we already took care of hundreds of people already. And it is amazing. You know, I can share.
I just want to say, I've actually visited your hospital on my last visit to Israel, and this was a very, very different experience, a very different hospital experience, because there was one floor, and I think there are plans to expand that, which is basically for people to recover after heart operation, after heart attacks, and there is a gentle energy, there is humanity there is the possibility for healing there, and there is just humanness, you know, and it really feels healthy and it's whole. And what amazed me most is that this man has actually been so fierce in his love for that insurance companies are interested to talk to him, because this is something that works, you know. So we're not kind of just ending up prescribing and more treatments, but people are actually getting better, seriously getting better, and it's seen, it's noticed. And so what you're doing is groundbreaking, I believe, in Israel, and I'm just in awe. I'm in awe of you. I know what this work is capable of doing, and what I have seen in this top floor in your hospital just opened my heart even wider. So thank you for that. But tell us a couple of stories of what.
Yeah, I'll tell you some stories. I want to start with my vision. My vision is that it would be free, and everyone that is sick, and not just sick, could have this work, and everyone could have this. It would be all over the place. And this is what I'm planning to do with the insurance. I want this in the insurance plans, that it would be funded for people to have this.
Beautiful.
And I've started with this hospital. First of all, I'm granting all the treatments for free. It's all free for everybody. And even though I support it, but it's consciousness, I don't care. Opening consciousness to that. And the transformation is amazing. I can tell you a story. There was this guy, not long ago, about 2 weeks ago, and he was working with the police. And he was really, I don't know, fighting with drugs, and and what happened was that as a payback, they've murdered his son. And 6 years later, he gets a heart attack. This guy is strong, he's built, he came to us, and he's like a huge wall, yeah? But he's so shut down, so close. He says, nothing can touch him, not even his wife. He shut himself out from the world with his pain, and he got this heart attack. And Lahore was giving him a treatment. And in the treatment, he opened up and he cried his heart out. And for the first time in 6 years, he saw his son. He saw his son in his imagination. And he could ask for forgiveness because he had all this guilt. He felt that it was his responsibility. It's because of him that our choices, his son got murdered, and he couldn't look at his wife again. He couldn't look at his other. It's all him.
Wow.
It's this hate, and it's all him. It's his fault, and all this feeling of guilt came out, and he was crying his heart out. And and after that, I spoke to him, and he said, "All I want now is to hug my wife. It's been already 6 years that I didn't hug my wife. I was just shut down. I was in this cell, with myself. I couldn't let anything in and anything out. It's all this pain." And he called his wife, and wow, so much love, and she waited so long for him to come back from this pain, this pain trip that he went into, this pain jail. And this is one of the stories. Another story is about this guy, another guy that was divorced from his wife, and his wife turned his kids against him. That's how he felt to be. And he was already, I don't know, 60 years old now, and he hasn't seen his children for 20 years. And he has grandsons and granddaughters that he didn't see.
Wow.
And it's like he was shut down from his family, and he got this heart attack. And in this process, Nadav gave him this process. And in this process, he opened up to all the in the campfire, all the anger, all the guilt, he felt left so abandoned by his kids, by the family. No one saw his pain. It was all by himself. And when he let everything go, he could just open up and receive the love and give the love and really forgive. But it was amazing, because right after that process, like, I don't know, half an hour after that process, his son called him, and he didn't speak to his son for, I don't know, 12 years.
Wow.
And he says, "I'm right down here. and I'm so shivering, but I must see you.
Wow.
And his son came up, and they hugged, and they stayed up all night, you know, just hugging and being, and then he met all his family, and all this forgiveness happened, and so much, he was shining afterwards, he was shining, and I was, it is me that I'm in awe to you, to this that you do. It is the journey for us to open ourselves and to really be open and let all the pain and everything that happened go through us, and we stand still. We don't run away from this. We don't run anywhere. We just let it all go and accept. And then it transmutes into something else, and all those emotions, all this love, and all this place that I've closed myself to receive love. No one could touch me, no one could see me. I'm so behind this wall. And well, it happens with the journey all over the world, but when people get sick, it's really when the body, the way I see it, the body can't stand this anymore. Yeah. The body says enough. I can't. I can't hold this pain anymore. And something needs to happen, you know? And especially with the heart. Yeah. With the heart, it's really a trauma of losing relationships. And
so many broken hearts, huh?
Yeah, it's the broken heart.
So many broken hearts.
And I am so happy that I have this privilege to support people and to really see how it can spread. It can spread all over the world. It's not just in all the systems, in the educational system, the health system. It needs to be incorporated into the system to give the people, give them a way to find self-realization, self-freedom, and be healthy and radiant, and that would change the world.
It would.
And
it is slowly.
Yeah, and there is no evil, actually, for me. I mean, there's no evil. It's just scared people, and you know, a lot of, you know, 90% of the dog they bite because they are fearful.
They're scared of something.
Scared, yes. So they attack.
Yeah.
And so that's what happens, the way I see it. And once you release all that, it gets transmuted into love. And there's so much love in this world.
Yeah.
So God created this world for a reason, and we should realize this reason and really be.
Well, listen, I wish you this energy of creation and manifestation is making the most amazing realization of your vision, that this is not just in one hospital in Israel, but that this is a potential of really being seen by doctors, by insurance companies, that makes it possible for people to open their hearts and to heal the heartache and the so many hurts that we have and hold. And so thank you so much for your tenacity, for your fire, for your vision, for your love, for all that you do. So thank you for that, and the fact that the journey is part of that. Just warms. Well, thank you. Thank you, Shauli. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.